Yo, what's happening, Raider Nation? It's your boy Soto here. You know what it is. Raiders versus the world. Talk about a team that the world loves to hate, your Las Vegas Raiders. Well, dropped the bomb yesterday that there may be a civil war brewing in the locker room in Raider Nation. And it's the defense against the offense. The offense is like, we're trying our best, we're trying our best, we're trying our best. The defense is like, it's not good enough. We're trying our best and we're making things happen. We're trying our best and we're actually improving. You're trying your best, and you're still not scoring 10 points. This is like, what, the third time this season they haven't even scored 10 points? Ridiculous. It's a tough pill to swallow, man. And I think that a lot of these guys on the defense are like, you know what? We just got to go out there and put good film on. We have to put good game on film. Because if we're not here next season for whatever reason, we got to get money somewhere. I talked a little bit about some issues, and we're going to get to the Pete Carroll thing a little bit later. But I wanted to get to know what was going on in the heads of these players, because I'm going to play a couple of things. First is this. Now, I talked about how there may be some issues brewing with Gino Smith and with what is happening with his stance as a leader in the locker room, and maybe, his body language on the sidelines and things like that. It's more telling his teammates' body language to him. I'm going to show you a clip right now of the Amazon broadcast, and I can't play the audio because I'm going to get popped. But I'll tell you what I'm looking for when I'm watching the video. You're going to see Gino Smith getting extremely animated on the sidelines. Kenny Pickett, the backup quarterback, goes over there and has to calm him down. Now, after that, Gino Smith walks to the bench where the offense is sitting. He goes to dab up Raheem Mostert, who reluctantly does it. Then he goes to dab up Brock Bowers, and Brock Bowers doesn't even look at Gino Smith. He doesn't even look his way. He's like, I don't want to hear it, Gino. You're trying to say that, let's get this going. Let's pump this up. Let's do our best or whatever. And, I mean, he didn't even want to give you the time of day. Let's take a look at it. All right, so this is Gino getting pissed. This is Pickett trying to calm him down. Mostert walking away because I don't want to hear any of this nonsense. He goes, oh, Mostert, what's up, man? Mostert's like, whatever, man. Whatever, bro. Bowers is like, don't even look at me, bro. Look, Bowers isn't even looking his direction. Bowers is like, and you can say, oh, he's looking at the coach. No, Mayer's looking at the coach. Bowers ain't looking at the coach. Bowers ain't looking at Gino, and Bowers is looking out the middle of nowhere. He's like, dude, I had 12 catches last week for over 125 yards and 3 touchdowns, and I get 3 targets this week. Ridiculous. So this whole thing of what's happening with Gino Smith, and I think it might be wearing thin with this team, man, because he can be saying all the right things. It's almost like the girlfriend who always apologizes and says, yeah, I'm sorry, I'll be better, I'll do this, I'll do that, and still continues to do the same old thing. After a while, it's like, dude, I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm tired of hearing it. I want to see it. And if this is what's happening with this team, there's got to be a change coming. Like Adam Butler said in the video I put out yesterday. So if a change's got to happen, it's got to happen. Now let's take a look at what these guys had to say in the post locker room scrum. This is Lonnie Johnson coming back, talking about his first game back after injury. Lotto Johnson.
Felt good, man. Defense finally back together. The band was back together.
Yes, sir.
Wish we could have just got the dub. We was just rocking.
You see someone like how you get out there, get 2 picks on the day. Just how did that kind of boost the morale of this team?
Proud of him, man. He needed that. The media been pretty hard on him, and he been hard on himself. So, for Caillou to come out and get 2 of them, that's what he needed, man. He did right.
Obviously, not the result you wanted, but how did you feel about the effort as a team?
Oh, man, it just felt different. The energy felt different, everything. I don't really feel like they really did nothing to beat us, It was just couldn't get it in the end zone like we wanted to, and a few plays on special teams, but we're going to get it together. Our defense still got to make some plays out there. We got to finish on passes, and Caillou had 2, but I felt like we could have probably got 2 more out there.
That's all I have to do.
Yep, that's it. No more.
Cool.
All right. So again, Lonnie's saying it. Lotto Johnson's saying it right now. Again, the defense is like, yo, we're doing our part. The offense needs to do their part. This is, again, when you start putting these little pieces together, and look, Adam Butler is like the foundation of this, okay? Adam Butler laid it out, and he's like, I don't know what the offense, he went out there and he just said it. He said what everyone was thinking. He's not trying to be political. He just said, no, defense did what they had to do. Offense, I don't know what they're doing. Our job is to get the ball back to the offense. What they do with it, it's on them. Now, Lalo just said the same thing. We need to do better offensively. We need to stop, the special teams mistakes. We need to stop that. But the defense did their thing, and he's right. They did. So it's a tough situation, man. It's a tough situation to go into when you have different sides of the ball looking at each other. But the only saving grace is if you're looking at two different sides of the ball kind of pointing at each other, well, I mean, the offense isn't pointing at the defense, but you have the defense pointing at the offense, and you can point at one specific person in Gino Smith, maybe, or two people in the Carroll father and son duo, maybe. Then you wouldn't have the team kind of clashing with each other. I think it's more so Pete Carroll, Gino Smith, Brennan Carroll than anybody else. There's been a lot of mistakes, man, a lot of coaching mistakes. And one of the coaching mistakes I felt was not easing some of these young players in sooner and just throwing them out there to have big roles and playing huge snaps. Dante Thornton Jr. is one of them. The guy needs some seasoning, man. He's got all the tools in the world, which you can see, and you can see it on tape, you can see it on the combine and everything, but he needs to kind of refine what he's doing on the field, and he just needs more plays and more experience to keep himself a little bit more, amped up, a little bit more comfortable in this NFL game. And, he played several games with no targets, and it's like he's a big weapon, and you're not using him. What's going on? And then you get, you're calling on him after not using him at all during the year to make a big play for you, and it's like, yeah, what do you expect is going to happen? Let's hear what he had to say about his play against the Broncos. Here's Dante Thornton Jr.
Different things that go along with the game that I haven't experienced, so just going to get those experiences, as much as it may frustrate me, like with different things, and in terms of just my own personal way that I'm playing or not catching the ball, whatever it may be, I just got to go in each and every day throughout the week and just constantly keep working to get better, because that's the only way it's going to change.
On the pass interference call, did the referee talk to you at all, or did he kind of explain what happened?
I just ran into him, man. That's a flag in general. I should have tried to avoid them. It happened quick for me, but I can't make an excuse for it. That's something I know that shouldn't have happened. I should have avoided that, but it still happened, so that's on me for sure.
And on the pass in the first half, what happened?
Great route. Great ball, first of all. Great ball. I ran a good route. I just didn't finish the ball. I got to catch the ball. That's really it. It ain't really much more that I can say about that other than I just got to finish the ball.
Take us through the emotions of a feeling like that, a game like that, for yourself, have that drop, the desire you have to improve upon that.
Personally, like, I'm a sore loser. I hate losing. Like I hate losing more than I like winning, and losing like is something that weighs on me a lot. And I feel like personally, if I catch that pass, maybe we go kick a field goal and we're up 10-7 going into halftime, and that changes the whole trajectory of the game. But it's definitely frustrating. Like, I work hard every single day in practice, try to do the best I can, but that just shows me that I had to constantly keep working and work harder on tracking the ball more. And I'm not. I dropped the ball. It's cool. I'm frustrated about it, but I know for sure I'm going to get better from that. And having that happen is even more reason for why I need to be better and not just try to get complacent with anything.
How much confidence do you have, going forward that to be able to do just that?
I'm very confident, and it's more confidence with knowing that my teammates believe in my ability to do what I'm supposed to do on the field. So it's more frustration on my half of knowing that the team is dependent on me in a moment like that, and I didn't make it happen. So I know that I got to go work even harder to be able to make that happen the next time around.
Coach says he thinks better days are ahead for you guys the way you guys are playing now.
Oh yeah, I definitely would say it's better days ahead of us. Like, it's so many games that we played in that could have been decided by one or two plays, or if it came to the last play of the game. So better days are definitely going to come. Like, we work our tail off every single week consecutively, back to back to back to back to back, and we working hard. And it's certain things that happen throughout the Florida game that make a turn that causes us not to win the game. And once we figure out what that is, it's going to be nobody that can stop us.
How did you feel just being able to be in more representative with the opportunity?
It felt great, man, out there. Like, I just want to play ball regardless of what that role requires of me. So just being out there on the field is definitely a great feeling for me.
Well, Dante Thornton Jr. has a good attitude about the whole thing. He's not making any excuses. He pointing out the positives as far as great ball, great route. I just didn't finish. I need to finish. And again, these rookie mistakes, those are on coaching. Those are on coaches, because coaches know that rookies are going to make mistakes. You have to get them out there. You have to iron out those mistakes. You have to go out there and you have to put them in those positions prior to them being so vital. So when they are vital, he's already gone through it. You've already coached through it. You've already worked through it, and he's better at it. So again, I'm not going to put all of it on the rookies because they're rookies. That's what they do. You got to coach that out of them. You got to drill it out of them. And unfortunately, he hasn't been getting a lot of snaps and a lot of targets early in the season to kind of help him work through these things. And it wasn't like we didn't get blown out a bunch of games. It wasn't like we didn't have the opportunity to get him the ball in a bunch of games. We just didn't do it. So it's been a rough situation because look, we were blown out in a bunch of games that we could have played a bunch of young guys and just thrown them the ball exclusively when the game was already out of hand. And Brock Bowers has been gone for a big chunk of this season, if not hurt, but outright out of the game. So the opportunity was there to give him and some other young guys like Jack Besh coming up some more targets, and unfortunately we just didn't do it. And now we're kind of paying the piper on that because we didn't give him the opportunity earlier in the season. Now here's Jack Besh talking about the game and how it went against the Broncos.
Yeah, no, it was great, but we're focused on we're trying to win some games. So at the end of the day, all those emotions are put to the side, and we're just focused on trying to go win some ball games.
What's Coach Pete's message to the team following this one after the way that you guys played on throughout most of the game?
Yeah, we're getting better. To just keep working, stay together, keep doing what we're doing, keep going in there, grinding each and every day. But the players can, and it's about just going out there and giving your all for the guy next to you, for the guy on the right, on the right of you and the left of you, and to just keep going in and saying you're all in, but saying it for your brothers. For the coaches that come and pour everything out into us, and like I said, for everybody to just keep coming in and keep getting better each and every day. You think you learn a lot. Just the atmosphere, the crowd. Like Coach Pete was saying. Just the. It was like a playoff game today, so it was really great to be able to get that experience. In a away game. And I think like I said, we just gotta keep getting better, keep getting 1% better each day, and see where this thing goes.
Another somber mood by the guy on the offense, and you can't blame them. They let the team down. They fully let the team down. And this defense, I hate to be pushing this narrative, but it's out there. You heard it from Adam Butler. It made sense. You heard it from Lonnie Johnson when Lotto was out there talking about, we did what we had to do. The offense, I don't know. I'm not going to, he was basically saying, the offense screwed it up. And then Dante Thornton goes out there and is like, I screwed up 2 huge plays. I screwed up a touchdown play by getting a penalty on a block. And then I dropped the pass that would have put us in the field goal range. Then you have Jack Besh out there who screwed up on a 35-yard run by Ash Genty who would have put us in the field goal range again. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. And it's like you can understand that rookies do make mistakes, but ultimately you can't be okay with it. You can't. And Pete Carroll said so. Like, we're going to coach the mistakes out of them, but if they keep making the same mistakes, they're not going to be here anymore. Well, guess what, Pete? If you keep making the same mistakes, you're not going to be here either. So I would really watch how I talk about be Mr. Tough Guy about if they keep making mistakes, because you keep throwing out Gino Smith out there and your son keeps putting out that subpar offensive line. You may not be here and your son may not be here and your quarterback Gino Smith may not be here if you want to talk that tough mess. Okay, now let's take a look at what Brock Bowers had to say. Brock Bowers, I almost feel like I have to apologize for everybody for Brock Bowers. I'm apologizing for Pete. I'm apologizing for Chip. I'm apologizing for Gino. I'm apologizing to everybody on behalf of Brock Bowers. Like, I'm sorry, Brock. You should have gotten the ball more in this crucial game, and you weren't. You weren't even targeted. The one time you did catch the ball, it was for like over 30 yards. Why not get him the ball more? It was crazy. It was ridiculous. Pete Carroll saying we tried to get him the ball. All this nonsense is BS. You should, if he's your guy, you get him. You're telling me that you have these number 1 targets throughout the league and the teams just don't get on the ball. They can't get on the ball. That's BS, man. It's total nonsense. Let's hear what Brock Bowers had to say.
Took a fast start offensively, and then you guys couldn't get a first down for like 2 quarters, and then finish strong again. Yeah, it was frustrating. I don't really know. I just got to watch film and learn from it, see what we did good, see what we did bad, and get better.
Do you feel like it builds up each other? Like, 3 or 4 possessions where you don't get a first down, and then kind of the pressure builds on you. Does that happen, or is that just?
I don't know. I don't feel any of that. It's just, like I said, frustrating. Sometimes you can't get anything going, and it's just you try as hard as you can. Everyone's trying as hard as they can. It just isn't happening. It's weird.
What is it like? What's it like to be, an offensive player in a game where it's like back and forth with defense? Like, what does it feel to be an offensive player in that situation?
I mean, it's not as fun as it being a high-scoring game, obviously, but yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, just frustrating. Can't get anything going.
Even towards the end, you guys still had that shot to go down and then install it a little bit and then miss the field goal. I mean, did it feel like the game was ever out of control, or do you feel like you still had a shot legitimately throughout the whole thing?
No, I mean, the score was always tight. We always had a shot. I mean, all it took was string a couple plays together, and just didn't end up doing that.
What's to say about the toughness of Gino when he bounces back like that?
Yeah, no, for sure. He wants to be out there with the guys, and really respect that. And I mean, he's a great player, obviously, and yeah, hoping to get back out there.
Brock Bowers, what he said at the end was very true. You just needed to string a couple of plays together. Get 2-3 plays strung together, and this team has the ability, they have the firepower to be a really big-time offense. And they were showing it early in the game when they were moving the ball. They just, got bogged down by a penalty here or a bad play there or a drop pass here. And you string a couple of plays together, and you put yourself in position to win games. And unfortunately, we weren't able to do that on Thursday night. We have a long week heading into the Monday Night Football game next Monday, not this Monday coming up, but the one following that, against the Cowboys. And we'll see if anything changes, man. It's like a mini bye week. We just had a bye, and we played the Jags, and then we played on a short week. We played the Broncos. Now we're getting like a mini bye week. I believe it's like 10 days off or something like that. Then we play the Cowboys on Monday night with extra rest. Let's see if anything has changed. We're going to chronicle everything that we hear and everything that I see going on and talk to a couple of people and see what we can figure out on what changes may or may not be coming. All right, guys, that's my time for today. Really appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe to this video. It's the next way to support the channel. It's absolutely free, and it's the bare minimum you can do to support the channel besides doing nothing, just watch the video. On top of that, we have the Shield Society. Shield Society is great, man. It's membership. It's only $5 a month. You get the priority on the watch parties. You get the ability to be on the watch party yourself and give your takes and your analysis to all the Shield Society members and everyone else that wants to join in. Also, you get the videos right away before anybody else. It's only $5. If you want to do it and can do it, great. I'd love to have you. If not, or you don't want to, that's fine too. I'm still giving you a video every single day. All of that, and all in return I ask for is to tell your friends, tell your haters, tell your mamas, tell everybody. Raiders versus the world's the greatest and going to Raider Nation today. All right, guys, that's my time. Till next time, everybody. Peace. Hey, Raider Nation. Thanks for watching. There's plenty more where that came from. Go ahead and smash that like button. Drop a comment. Make sure to subscribe and share to all your socials. It's the bare minimum you can do without doing absolutely nothing.